time for that good old sales tip. Sales tip on ASTV. Sales tip that makes you money. This tool that you're going to learn today, incredible. I've taught it in ASU for years. It's a tool, it's like a power-up tool. I mean, it's so easy to use, but the effect of it has been studied. It is psychologically proven to do what it's supposed to do, which is keep your prospects' attention so that you can make them feel engaged so that you eventually lead to yes. It's a very powerful tool. Disclaimer, I promise I'm getting to the sales tip, but for the sales tip, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. I don't care if you are neither. I don't care if you're in Europe, Asia, Antarctica. It doesn't matter. This is not political. The name of this tool is, are you ready for it? The Obama tool. Now, here's how you use this tool. Remember, this is psychologically and statistically proven to re-engage people who have gotten lost, who are not paying attention to you anymore. And this is how it was created, and this is important. So years ago, I was watching the debates, and this was before President Obama had been elected, so he was Senator Obama. And whoever the Republican candidate was, I think it might have been Mitt Romney, they would say, the debate chairperson, the person asking the questions, moderator, the debate moderator would say, Mr. Republican candidate, how are you going to solve the national debt? And Mr. Republican candidate would say, we're going to blah, 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 and then we're going to add a little blah, blah, blah. And then the moderator would say to Mr. Obama, how are you going to solve the national debt? And Mr. Obama would say, we're going to blah, blah, blah. Number one, blah, 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 blah. Number two, blah, blah, blah. Number three, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to add a little blah, blah. What is the difference between those two? Other than the blahs may have sounded a little different. What's the difference? The difference is we're going to number one, number two, number three. That is called a pattern interrupt. But the word pattern interrupt isn't fun or isn't sexy, and I don't get to, perform when I teach it. So we call it the Obama tool because people remember it. A pattern interrupt is used when you need to bring your customer's attention back. As a matter of fact, it's built into the sales script that we teach in Authentic Selling University. Right before you give those benefits of your product, we're going to number one, we're going to number two, we're going to number three. So let me give you an example right here, live, right? Let's say that you're watching me sing good old sales tip, and somebody walks in and is like, what are you watching? And you're like, I'm watching this woman who is a little out there. She's very Southern. She is kind of goofy, but when you remove all that, she knows her sales stuff. She's a sales expert. Okay? Great. Person that you talk to never looks this person up, right? And then let's say a few days later, somebody walks in and you're watching a good old sales tip on ASTV, sales tip that makes you money. And somebody says, hey, what are you watching? Okay, I'm watching this woman who is number one, a little out there. Number two, she's a little goofy, but I stay engaged. And number three, she knows her sales stuff. She teaches me how to make money. Now, I didn't say the exact same words there, but close enough, right? I guarantee you, as sure as my hair is red, if we polled those two people, the person that got the number one, number two, number three would remember more because they're more engaged. So, if I am on a webinar and you've told me to turn off all distractions, but I'm like, ooh, this part, I know this part. I've already heard this tool. I'm going to just post on Instagram, which posting on Instagram is never real quick. And I get here and you're talking, and okay, AI, this is the best time of my life. Oh my God, Moulin Rouge. And now I am thinking about, I can't wait to see Moulin Rouge. I can't wait to go back. I miss it. And then you say, number one, I'm going to look up. I'm going to lean in. I'm going to pay more attention. That number one is a pattern interrupt. That number two, it literally, when your train of thought is wandering, it pulls you back. or pulls the customer back. When you're about to say something important, it gets and holds their attention. And there are different kinds of pattern interrupts, which we teach you in Authentic Selling University. We teach you how to use them. We teach you where to use them. And you will close more clients in a way that feels good to you inside of Authentic Selling University with tools like the Obama tool. The Obama tool will work in your business no matter what kind of business you use, because it's a pattern interrupt. Because psychologists have been using it for years with their patients and with their patients. And salespeople have been using it for years. So let's learn how to use it. Let's learn how to apply it in Authentic Selling University. I guarantee you're going to pay attention. You're going to have some fun. And number one, you're going to learn how to find your clients. Number two, you're going to learn how to engage those clients in a way that feels good. And number three, you're going to learn how to close those clients so that it makes you money, so that you help people. That's all we do. It's just that simple. The Obama tool, number one, number two, number three, learn how to use it. Learn where to stick that pattern interrupt in inside of Authentic Selling University. And just because I know you're wanting to put it on repeat, thanks for tuning in to the good old sales tip. Sales tip that makes you money. What? Sales tip that makes you money. I believe in you, and I believe in your business. Bye, y'all.